There is a new E-class from Mercedes, and in this video we'll talk about what's new, the spec and tech, and of course the design of this 2021 E-class. Is it an improvement over the previous generation? Regardless, there are a few changes that I would love to make to this new 2021 E-class, so make sure you stick around until the end of the video for a bit of a retro redesign of this new car. So the big changes with this updated design are the front end, now with a front grille similar to the one we see on the CLS. And a slimmer rear end. There are two power domes on the new hood, and these come even with the base model E350, which I think looks fantastic, and it's cool that they put it on the base model as well. They feel typical to Mercedes. These two domes or hood lines is something I remember falling in love with after seeing them on the original R170 SLK. In the rear, we have a new trunk lid bumper and taillights, and this gives the 2021 E-Class a sleeker look, but I have to say I prefer the previous design over this one, and the reason being the squareness of the previous taillights. To me, having them more square makes the rear end look more solid and powerful. The new slim light design still looks good and classy, but it's something I'm going to play around with in the redesign that I'm going to do later in this video. Powertrains are pretty much the same as for the 2020 models. The base 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder in the E350 puts out 255 horsepower and 273 pound-feet of torque to either rear or all four wheels with the 4MATIC through the 9-speed automatic gearbox. The 3-liter turbocharged inline 6 with hybrid EQ boost in the E450 4MATIC puts out the same 362 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque as the previous engine. There will be no fully electric E-Class just yet, but there is a plug-in hybrid with the E350e sedan for the first time here in the US. Still gets the power from the familiar 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, but now with extra electric juice provided by a 90 kilowatt electric motor, and this helps boost the power output to 315 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. Not too bad. Now, is it just me, or does it feel like wagons are starting to come back here in the US? I hope so. However, this is called an all-terrain E-Class wagon and does need some additional rugged-looking black plastic bits and pieces for Americans to be remotely interested in buying anything wagon-like. Although I'm glad they're still keeping the monster wagon that is the E63 AMG Estate on sale here as well. Of course, the new E-Class comes as AMGs. You've got both the E53 AMG now with 429 horsepower and 384 pound-feet of torque, and of course the top of the line E63S putting out a massive 603 horsepower and 627 pound-feet of torque. There have also been a lot of tech updates for the 2021 model car, one of which is the Mercedes MBUX Infotainment System. Features a 12.3-inch touchscreen that can be operated much like a smartphone. The system also includes natural speak voice activation and the ability to recognize hand gestures. This is not something new, but it's starting to come in more and more cars. The brand newly designed steering wheel now has a touch-sensitive surfaces, and a second 12.3-inch screen right next to the infotainment system serves as a digital instrument cluster. The interior of this brand new 2021 E-Class in general just looks absolutely stunning. I love the flow of the design and how all the pieces and design element, they seem to be integrated with each other somehow. How the light strip that wraps around the interior separates the bottom and the top half and creates this nice contrast. For colors and trim, I prefer the high contrast carbon fiber interior style of the AMG cars, especially in this white and dark gray layout with the red accent lights. Also comes in what looks like carbon fiber madness interior. Whatever you choose, you can't go wrong with this design. It's just beautiful. So here is the essence of the E-Class in general to me. It's the perfect saloon car. It has the performance, the power, the style and elegance, the perfect size that feels comfortable and stable at long 120 miles per hour Autobahn cruises and still lets you have some fun in the corners. It's not just a car to take you from point A to point B. For that, you get a Toyota Camry or a Chevy Malibu. This has a refinement to it, and it feels like the car actually cares about you as a driver and passenger. It will take you there however you want it, comfortably and quickly. Regarding the design, the new 2021 model looks elegant and classy. It doesn't feel overstyled, but it's getting close, especially in the front where it gets a little bit busy. Personally, I prefer the 2020 styling over the 2021 in the front as well. With the inverted and kind of droopy grille and headlights, the 2020 literally looks like a facelifted 2021 model now. Still looks good, but it lost some of the grace. Let me show you what I mean. My favorite E-Class of them all is the original, the W124. You have the AMG Hammer, the Brabus 7.3 liter V12, and these indestructible locomotives of the Autobahn. I love the boxy design of this era of Mercedes. It's special to me. It's an era that feels the most Mercedes-Benz. I'm not sure how else to explain it. So what I want to do now is retro design this new E-Class to look a little bit more like the original W124 in the rear with the rear lights. Nothing crazy, just try and get that solid feeling of the older designs onto this 2021 model. With that said, it's time to jump into Photoshop and see how this is going to turn out. Right now, Mercedes has some of the most beautiful cars out there, and this new E-Class is one of the best looking sedans on the roads today. I absolutely love the new GLE 450. Every time I see it, I can't seem to take my eyes off of it. Not sure why. I might analyze that and make a video out of it. What are your thoughts on the new E-Class and the Mercedes design in general? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. If you enjoyed this channel, make sure you hit that like button, and if you're new, subscribe to the channel. I'm TheSketchMonkey. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.